What if I told you that kindness, the very virtue we hold in highest regard, could actually be harmful? In a world that celebrates generosity, we rarely stop to question its true cost. We often associate kindness with virtue, but when offered without limits or boundaries, it can slowly evolve from a gift to a burden. What if, in trying to be kind, we're unintentionally causing harm to both ourselves and others? The Stoics, masters of rational thought and self-control, saw this paradox long ago. They understood that kindness, when practiced excessively or without wisdom, could lead to burnout, resentment, and even dependency. True kindness, they believed, isn't about rescuing others from their struggles, but empowering them to grow through hardship. Let's explore how unchecked kindness can harm us, and how we can practice a more stoic form of kindness that uplifts both ourselves and others. 1. When kindness becomes a trap. The overlooked cost to the self. Kindness is often seen as a selfless act, a way to improve the world around us. But when practiced without boundaries, it can quickly become a form of self-sacrifice that erodes our own well-being. At first, it feels good to help, whether it's offering advice, lending support, or going the extra mile for someone you care about. But over time, kindness can take on a life of its own. It demands more than you can give, draining you emotionally and physically. What was once a natural expression of care can become an obligation. The Stoics taught that self-respect is not selfish, it's essential. As Epictetus put it, you can't do good for others if you aren't doing good for yourself. If you deplete yourself in the name of kindness, you risk losing your ability to give in a meaningful way. True kindness doesn't drain, it uplifts both the giver and the recipient. Without boundaries, your kindness can become a trap that ultimately harms you. Enabling dependency. Another danger of excessive kindness is that it can breed dependency. If you're always the one to step in and fix problems for others, they may start to rely on you instead of developing their own resilience. This isn't kindness, it's enabling. When you constantly take on someone else's burdens, you rob them of the opportunity to build their own strength. Seneca warned against excessive generosity, saying, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare. It is because we do not dare that things are difficult." In helping others, we must be careful not to shield them from the discomfort that fosters growth. By rescuing others from every challenge, we deny them the chance to grow through adversity and become more independent. True kindness lies in empowering others to help themselves, not doing everything for them. 2. Kindness as a reflection of insecurity. Excessive kindness can also be a reflection of our own insecurities. Many people give, not out of true generosity, but because they feel unworthy or seek validation. If you're driven by the desire to be loved or approved of, your kindness may not come from a place of strength, but from fear or self-doubt. This type of kindness is ultimately self-serving. It's not about the other person, but about what you hope to gain from it. The Stoics taught that self-worth comes from within, not from external validation. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, said, "A man who has a soul to be proud of is one who lives in harmony with his own principles and values." When our kindness is driven by the need for approval, it becomes transactional, not virtuous. True kindness comes from inner strength, not from a desire for recognition or affection. 3. The paradox of tough love, empowering others to grow. True kindness, the Stoics believed, isn't always about being gentle or comforting. It's about helping others grow, even if that means allowing them to face hardship. Sometimes the most compassionate act is not to shield someone from pain, but to let them struggle through it and learn from it. This is where the Stoic concept of tough love comes into play. Marcus Aurelius frequently reflected on the nature of leadership and kindness, saying that true leadership isn't about pleasing others, but about helping them become better versions of themselves. By showing others how to manage adversity, we empower them to stand on their own and find their own strength. This requires wisdom and restraint, knowing when to step back and let others face the consequences of their actions. Seneca emphasized that the ability to endure hardship is a virtue. He wrote, "It is not because things are difficult that we do not dare, it is because we do not dare that things are difficult." Sometimes, true kindness lies in giving others the space to face their own struggles, rather than rescuing them from every challenge. Empowerment, not dependency, should be the goal of kindness. 4. Kindness and the limits of control. One of the core Stoic principles is understanding the limits of our control. We can choose to act kindly, but we cannot control how others will respond or whether they will benefit from our actions. We cannot fix others or dictate how they should react. By releasing our attachment to the results of our kindness, we protect ourselves from disappointment and frustration. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself of this truth in his meditations. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one. True peace comes from accepting that we cannot control the outcome of our actions, only the actions themselves. Kindness, therefore, should be offered freely, without attachment to how others will respond. 5. The Stoic path to wise kindness. The Stoic solution is not to abandon kindness, but to practice it wisely. Here are some ways to cultivate kindness that is both virtuous and sustainable. Set boundaries. Establishing boundaries is crucial for maintaining your well-being while being kind. Know when to say no and when to step back. This protects you from emotional exhaustion and burnout. Give with purpose. Kindness should be a conscious choice, not a reflexive response. Ask yourself, is this act truly in service of the other person's growth, or is it making me feel good? Balance compassion with tough love. Sometimes the kindest thing is to allow others to face their own challenges, rather than swooping in to fix everything for them. Tough love promotes growth and self-sufficiency. Cultivate emotional intelligence. By developing emotional intelligence, you can better understand when kindness is needed and when it's doing more harm than good. Recognize the emotional dynamics of a situation and act accordingly. 6. Conclusion. The path to wise kindness. True kindness, when practiced with wisdom and discernment, is a profound virtue, but when it's offered without limits or understanding, it can become a source of harm, both to ourselves and others. The Stoics teach us that the key to kindness is not in self-sacrifice, but in offering care and support with purpose, strength, and moderation. To be truly kind, we must first understand and respect our own needs. We must set boundaries, give with purpose, and embrace the idea of tough love, empowering others to grow rather than enabling dependency. By practicing kindness in a balanced way, we not only avoid the harmful consequences of overgiving, but we also cultivate relationships rooted in mutual respect and growth. Remember, kindness is not a transaction or a way to gain approval. It is a natural extension of living in harmony with your principles. By practicing wise kindness, you uplift everyone it touches, without draining or diminishing anyone in the process. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay updated on more Stoic wisdom. Take care, and see you next time.